Meet Executive Monkey. This is Executive Monkey. He got rich, very rich, by selling a product called Bantinel. We're talking mountains of bananas, but now the jungle government wants its share. Monkey owes a ton of bananas in taxes. Monkey is not happy. He doesn't recall the tax office helping him survive those soul-crushing 12-hour pharmacy shifts. Luckily, this monkey is no fool. He's a champion at hide-and-seek, and he's made it his personal mission to play that game daily, with the IRS. One day, Monkey reconnects with an old chemistry teacher who introduces him to someone special, Lawyer Monkey. The two put their heads together and come up with a plan to avoid the tax net. Hide the bananas. In fine art. The art scheme begins. While wandering the jungle art market, Monkey meets a struggling artist. This poor creative soul has been painting bananas riding skateboards, but no one's buying. Sales? Zero. Artist Monkey is depressed. Lawyer Monkey smells an opportunity. They pitch an idea. Monkey commissions a new custom piece, something bold, abstract, and uniquely weird. Artist Monkey is thrilled, grabs his brushes, and goes to work. A few weeks later, he delivers a modern masterpiece. Monkey buys it for just 100 bananas. Then comes the magic trick, turning bananas into millions. Lawyer Monkey invites an old friend, Appraiser Monkey, a so-called expert in art valuation. Appraiser Monkey inspects the piece, nods thoughtfully, and announces, "This work is priceless. I'd say 5 million bananas." What does Monkey do next? He donates the artwork to charity Monkey's Gallery of Random Shapes and Generous Tax Benefits trademark. Because the art has now been appraised at 5 million bananas, Monkey gets to deduct the entire value from his taxable income. He paid 100. He deducts 5 million. The result? A massive tax break, sometimes worth more than what he actually owes. Monkey didn't sell the art. Monkey doesn't even like the art. He just inflated a worthless object and used it as a financial shield. What is tax evasion? This is called tax evasion. When a monkey dodges taxes he legally owes. If you earn income in the jungle, you're expected to contribute bananas back to the jungle pot. There's a difference between evasion and avoidance. Avoidance equals using legal methods to reduce your taxes. Evasion equals going beyond the legal limit, faking, hiding, or lying. What Monkey did? That's the hide the banana behind the painting kind of illegal. Why art? Because art is subjective. You can't easily prove whether a painting is worth 100 bananas or 5 million. That grey area makes it the perfect playground for rich monkeys. And that's why the wealthy use it. They inflate values, claim deductions, and end up paying little or no taxes. The real jungle tricks. You might think this is a joke, but it's based on real tactics used by the ultra-wealthy. In the US jungle, the IRS allows donors to deduct the fair market value of art they donate, even if that value is wildly made up. Sure, there are rules. Qualified appraisers, holding periods, donation documentation. But rich monkeys, they're experts at dodging vines. Here's how they play. They hire friendly appraisers who'll conveniently inflate values. They donate to charities they control or museums that owe them favors. They set up shell companies to buy the art, flip it back and forth, and clean its ownership trail. It's like a game of hot banana, except the banana is duct-taped to a wall and somehow worth millions. What happens to the art world? This whole scheme has turned the fine art world into a grey market for banana laundering. Quality doesn't matter. Even if a painting is made by your cousin's aunt's ex-boyfriend who only paints after 6 banana mojitos. As long as Appraiser Monkey says it's worth millions and the paperwork is polished, the government loses. Every year, the jungle treasury loses billions in bananas because of these tricks. That's why art has become a punchline. You see a banana taped to a wall. Appraiser Monkey. Brilliant. Art critics. A bold commentary on post-industrial decay. Corpo Monkey. Tax deductible. Regular monkeys. We're tired. The real victims. Meanwhile, genuine artists, those who spent years perfecting their craft, can't compete. They get pushed aside by low-effort tax loophole art. The art world, once about emotion and meaning, is now an industry built on tax strategy. And sure, some of this is technically legal, but the spirit of the law? It packed its bags and left the jungle years ago. There's still hope. Not all is lost. There are monkeys out there who paint for passion, who sculpt with soul, who create for meaning. Not tax relief. Support those monkeys. Buy art that makes you feel something. Buy it because you love it, not because it's a line on your tax return. Next time you see a single peanut glued to a blank canvas being appraised at 3 million bananas, you'll know the truth. That's not art. That's tax evasion with glitter on it. Final words and a legal note. If this sounds bananas, it kind of is. But sadly, it's also real. This is just a funny explainer about how fine art is sometimes used for tax shenanigans. It is not legal advice, a guide, or encouragement to do the same. Please do not sue Monkey. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more monkey business.